We're having another bad storm. We're like right in the middle of it. And all around my house, I was just talking to Huxley, it's like flooding badly and it's really depressing. All the cows are just standing there frozen in time. I'm like, does this kind of weather scare them? I wish you could see it. It's sad. They're all just standing there getting drenched, like poured on, and they're like standing in higher water because it's starting to flood. And they're just standing there, and it's really depressing. Hey everyone. Hey mods. Hey Janine. Hey Dee. Hey King's Kid. Hey Lacey Silver. Noelle. Jen O. Happy birthday to King's Kid. Happy birthday. Geez, Debbie Lovin' Life was yesterday. We had so many July birthdays. Happy birthday, King's Kid. Hey, Jan. Lolo. I think Lolo just turned 79 the other day. Happy birthday to Lolo. Hey, Robin Miners, Dorothy, Bitsy, Mel, welcome in. Hey, Sin. Hey, Tiffany Murfitts. Lindsay, love you, babe. Hey, Sharon, Lady O, Jennifer Ogle, Trace. KTG, welcome in. Hey, who, what, where now? Stacy Toms, love you. Donna Koopa. Hey, Sunrise Cupcake. Hey, Joanne Holly. Gemini Girl, Susan Trigg, Sandy Kovacs, Nicole Hazelmiller. Charcoal Ninja. Hey, Kestrel. Hey, Susie. Chrissy Twig. Leah Sunshine. Cute name. I don't recognize you. Welcome in. Hey, Alicia Johnson. Charcoal Ninja. Chops World. Hey, DNV. Hey, Laura Lou. Buffy made it. Renee B. I hope you're feeling better. Hey, Tammy. Hey, Debbie Zito. Hey, Jess. Hey, Maisie Shiloh. Nikki, Ohio. I still feel bad about the other day, Nikki. I'm sorry about that I triggered you. Hey, Barbara Waits. Angie Moe. Kathy Shoggins. Cows don't mind rain in my experience. I guess it's just sad to watch them get poured on. They're just standing there. It's sad. Hey, Susan LeBlanc. Kim Leaf. Aspire is here. Diane loves you. Hey, Liz Tricks. Sassy Savage. Pat Jonas. Meredith Lynn. Linda Perales. Hey, Armina. Hey, Wisconsin Barb. Jeannie Hansen. Hey, Linda. Hey, Ruby. Daft Woman. Clara is back. Guys, Clara's new. Thank you for coming over, Clara. I really appreciate it, the support. Mother Revenge. Hey, West Coast. Puka Vista. Jen Finberg. Love you, babe. Hey, Rocks. Whidbey Island Hippie Girl. Karen Tootie Greenie. Rachel Sandy. Holly. Love you, Holly. Hey, Melissa. I come in a lot, but I don't always talk. Okay, Leah. Well, I love that, and welcome in. Hey, Amy Knight. Lumen. Anita Card. Okay, I just caught up. Hey, Anita. Sage. Ooh, Tammy, lucky you. Carrie Cushman's here. Okay. Hey, Beck. How awkward. What an awkward. Shameby. I don't know if I want him in here. Chawini Love. Oh, you had mud butt today? Sorry to hear that. Hawks, be ready to let him out. All right. There he is. Shambi. The gang's all here. Chawini Love, I'm sorry that you Bubba. That's our special boy, and he's chatty. Hey, Iwa. Seamus. Find a spot. Hey, Tennessee girl. That's so nice of you to say, Renee B. Chawini Love had mud butt today. She had the scoots. The what does Tommy call it? The trots, the green apple skitters. I know, Noelle. Hey, Kim is blue. Hey, Jamie Palmer. I love Brussels sprouts. Margaret Kelly, welcome in. Guys, I did something stupid and embarrassing, and this is so classic me. I wish I hadn't, and I really need to learn to shut up. I went to check on my booth today. I went to Southern Goods. I haven't been there in a while. Like, it's been over a week. And yeah, Lady O. And I went in and Ellie was there today, the owner. Ellie was there. And right when I was walking into the store, thanks, Stacy, there was a dude standing like almost right in front of the doors to walk in. And he was just Vicky Andrewsing it up. He was like this tall. He looked like Sam Elliott, bit rugged, a little bit Roadhouse-y. Hey, Miss Sassafras. Sandy Kovacs, thanks for being a member. I kind of thought you were for some reason. I always think you guys are members when you're not. Thank you, Sandy. So this dude, like I had to like walk around him to get through the door. He was kind of blocking the door. And he's like, and I was like, like, I don't like cigarette. I smoked for a long time, but whenever I'm around it now, I'm like, I need my inhaler. So I thought he was standing there because there's a diner next door. And I thought that he was standing there to smoke and then go back in and eat. And I'm stupid because I just don't think a lot. And I walked in and Ellie's standing there and she's a ways from the door. So I shouted. She was standing behind the register. And I went, "Hey, Elle." And she was like, "Hey, how you been?" I said, "So good. Good to see you. I'm checking on my booth. I'm seeing what's new." And I said, "Sorry, I couldn't get through the door." I was like, there's a smoker standing there that like nearly choked out my throat and lungs. I couldn't breathe. I was like, there's some dude literally like there's a bouncer at your door. I was like choking me out. I was like, I got to find my inhaler. "Hey, Roberta." And she was like, "Oh, sorry." And I was like, classy. I was like, who stands in front of a door, like literally and blocks a doorway to smoke? Thanks, Donna Cooper. Hey, Vince. And she was like, "I don't know." Ellie's like sweet and quiet. And I'm all like, who the hell is this Yeti? I was like, he's just standing here and making me an ashtray. And his wife was in there shopping. And he put his cigarette out and he walked in. And I was like, who? I was like, what? I was like, whoa, we're halfway there. Whoa, living on a prayer. I just awkwardly start singing. Hey, Charlene. Yeah, it was her husband. And I was like, oh my holy. That is, I have done that so many times where I'm like, who's this asshole? And then he walks into the, I was like, oh, I was like, hi. I was like, Georgia Burke's birthday. Also, Georgia Burke. She's 30. She's so cute. She's British. She has cute teeth. I love her smile. Georgia Burke, I love you and happy birthday. Seamus, nobody likes it when you behave this way. And I wish that you would make better choices. Read the room. Okay. That was incredibly embarrassing. And I was not quiet about it. And I basically wanted to be like, I was like, I'm just going to crouch down in the corner. Tell me when they leave. Like I wanted to roll up into a ball, but I'm almost 200 pounds and it's hard to even bend down. Hey, Mrs. Carson. Hey, Abby. I always get busted. Hey, Tennille. Oh man, it was so awful. It would have been one thing if I were like, who's the guy? Like, why is that dude smoking? Like, that's annoying. I was like, Mr. Ashtray wouldn't let me through. I was like the bouncer from 1987 in Roadhouse. I was like, is at the door and I can't get in because he blew my lungs up. And I stopped at the hospital on the way in. And then he walked in and his wife was standing there. And I was like, I'm blind. I was like, I can't see anything. I couldn't think of any kind of an excuse. I was like, I'm hearing impaired. Please don't yell at me. Seamus, that's an anthropology chair. Hey, happy days. Kim is blue. I mean, I was right. Hey, Heather Huckleberry. Yeah, I was like, who's the bouncer from Roadhouse and why can't he go smoke elsewhere? Like, this is 2026. I can't breathe. Okay. He's crossing boundaries left and right. Yeah, that was so awkward. They didn't say a word. And I was like, oh my God. And I even said to Ellie, I was like, oh my God. And Ellie was, she's like a dainty, tiny little She's like a little baby, a fawn that just lives in the forest. Hey, Margie Barr. Hey, Linuswell. And I was like, oh my God. I said, Ellie, I'm so sorry. And she was like, oh. And I said, does that lady have a booth here? I was like, please don't tell me she has a booth here. I said, does she work here too with you? Or like, is she just passing through and never coming back? I was like, please tell me. And she was like, no, she's just shopping. And I said, good, because I got to get out of here. You had an enchilito today? Dang, girl. Stop teasing. I got to go get an enchilito. I'm upset about it. I'm really upset, truly. Tardy tax. Love you, wandering widow. I mean it. And thank you for all you've done for me and Tommy. I really love you, girl. Thank you for your super chat. Noel, that would be embarrassing. No, it would be. And it was, I'll tell you right now. Hey, Mad Drop. That's the problem with someone like me. Hey, Patty, who's like loud and really obnoxious and just like bull in a fucking china shop. What are you doing now? What kind of shit are you up to? What in the skibbity doobop are you doing? Copper, thank you for the gift, Copper. I haven't responded to you, but you're a little angel and everybody knows it. Shameby? That's an anthropology chair, son. Thank you so much, Copper Tropicals. Yeah, I just can't seem to read the room sometimes. Hey, Stanley, I've done that so many times. I've done it so many times where I make quick judgments and I'm rude and I'm obnoxious and loud. And then the person who I was talking about like shows up next to me and I'm like, I always sing Bon Jovi. I'm like, whoa, we're halfway there. Hey, Geoplanet Jane. Seamus, quit dicking around and make better choices. We can't put up with this. You're an orange cat theory, right? We know that orange cats, you guys have told me, have like one brain cell. That's fine, but that's not an excuse, right? You're just like Marilyn. You try to blame everything else on your problems, and your problems catch up with you. There's no geographical solution to your problems, Seamus. You got to deal with them now. Hey, P. Taylor. Who's here? Yorkie Mom. What are you doing here? Hey, Pammy. Yeah, they're ginger cats, apparently. Alana told me that ginger cats, like, they're born without brains. You got your glasses? I love that, Copper. Really happy for you. Just say you have Tourette's. Yeah, I feel like that's mean, though. That's what... I don't say I'm blind. I don't say I have any of that because I feel like that's a disservice to people who really are. It's like Marilyn, who's like, hey, love and life, who's like, Reese and Tommy are committing crimes and kicking ass and taking names of victims. And that's kind of a disservice to real victims, right? Hey, Alicia, love you, babe. Hey, Riley's human. So that's embarrassing. And then I didn't really have anything else. I don't know that I have anything else. No, I have other stuff. No, we said we had some stuff. Let's do it. That's what I should have done. As soon as the guy walked in, Mad Drop, and gave me the really awkward look that he did after I called him the guy from Roadhouse, the bouncer. When he walked in, I should have his wife looked at me crazy. Hey, Christy Nicole, I should have been like, I'm not a perfect person. There's many things I wish I didn't do, but I continue learning. And then I could have looked at him and been like, sir, and the reason is you. Yeah, it's, oh yeah, I forgot about that. Not a crime. It shouldn't have been a crime, but maybe it should have been a crime, but it wasn't illegal, but it probably should have been illegal because I stuffed them into a box. Yeah, I should have, Jess. I think that we should normalize singing more when we feel uncomfortable in public. I feel like when awkward situations happen, you should have a song ready to go and just be like, what was it? Huxley used to sing one when he was little and it was so funny. Hold on, let me think. Damn it. I gotta look. Now I gotta look. Hold on. And the reason is you. I found a reason for me. Come on. Oh, Fix You. Huxley from Coldplay, when he was little, he would burst into that song and he'd say, Huxley, what did you used to sing? From Coldplay. Remember when you were little? Hey, Fin Fan. Hey, Linda Gillum. Hey, Avocado Professor. I know, but you used to do it. Seamus? Strike one, brother. Huxley would go, when you try your best, but you don't succeed. That's what, like, if he would drop something on the floor, he was so little. It was so cute. And he did that on his own. You know, he's my kid. Huxley, remember he like spilled something on the floor when he was like 8. And he looked up at me and he went, when you try your best, but you don't succeed. I laughed so hard. It was perfect. It was just the right moment, just the right humor. I think that's what we should do. I think everybody knows that song. And I think when you do something like I pulled today, I think that's what we should do. That guy should have walked in and I should have been like, when you get what you want, but not what you need. When you feel so tired, but you can't sleep. And then just look at the guy and go, stuck in reverse, sir. Baby Steps, I love you too. I'm here listening to the background. Mods in chat, we love you. Yeah, love you too, babe. And thank you for super chatting it. He did. He really did do that. I'll never forget it. He was so little and he looked so depressed. I don't know what it was that he spilled. I can't remember if it was liquids or solids. Hey, 6804, but he just looked down at it and he looked at me and he went, when you try your best, but you don't succeed. I was like, oh my God, that's so cute. Did you change your picture? That's cute, Teacher Mama Life. It was so cute. I think Seamus, you're doing it on purpose. You're acting like Marilyn. Seamus is literally on a shelf right now doing this, trying to knock shit off. I think we should normalize bursting into song when we're uncomfortable. Hey, Sherry Hicks, I think we absolutely should all, I think we should all make, hey, Sherry LeBron, I think we should all make a pact right now that when you, like today, for instance, who crapped their pants today? Somebody shit their pants today. I think you should shit your pants and be like, when you get what you want, but not what you need. Seamus, why don't you try reading the room? Oh my God. So many people are busting out with the enchiritos. You know, am I a hero? I don't know. I got a bunch of people to eat enchiritos this week. I feel like, what did other people accomplish? What have you done, Marilyn? Except put up a post, double down, and go, I'm sorry, Nora. She's a human being. Fuck you, Tommy and Reese. Sit down, right? At least I got people to go to Taco Bell, right? And put a little love into their heart and an enchilito into their tum, right? I think I did the right thing. And I think you don't ever do the right thing. And chorizo, I like that better. Mad Drop, it'll change your life. So I listened to something today. I was listening to stuff today before I left, and I listened to Lindsay. She did a great show today. She brought something up that it made me have thoughts, made me connect a few dots. And Laura FM, guys, Laura FM she'll get you. I don't know how else to put this. She'll get you. Laura FM did a stream last night that was super good. It was super yeah, Sunrise. No, Marilyn sees Nora as a human, but Tommy and myself sit the F down, right? It's a lot. Very passionate, Mad Drop. Hey, Marissa Martin. No, but I'm being serious, guys. Marilyn's post was interesting, yet very stupid. Spot on, Lumen. Spot on. Laura FM rocked it last night. She was absolutely It was a very powerful stream. Yeah, Mother Revenge, it was incredibly powerful. I'm not just saying this, like, very rarely do I watch YouTube, and lately I've been kind of watching it more, and I feel like there's, you this is where I'm like, "Don't watch if you don't like me." I can't imagine wasting time watching me and hating me. I don't have time to sit there and be like, "I hate this bitch," and spend 2 hours watching it. I watched Laura FM last night because I couldn't take my eyes off of her. She was amazing. She made so many good points. Yeah, Darla was great. And here's the other thing. Your daughter rescued 2 stray cats. And one looks just like Moose. His name is Richard and crosses his eyes just like Moose. That's cute. I do love it when Moose crosses his eyes. It's really cute. They actually hate themselves. Yeah, that post was too long to read. For someone who said goodbye, she sure can't leave. Just go already. You don't even go here. I can't get over it myself. That's entitlement too, right there. It's like, holy hell. She put up this like, here's a post with some FAQs and you can read through this. Like, no, what? Like it's so entitled. It's so like, you're right though. I did read it. So it's like, what does that say about me? No, Laura FM last night, guys, rocked my world. She really did. She made some really good points. Hey, Abdazzle. I love, love, love Laura's passion. Stella. Now, coming from Stella, that's a lot. Stella is a nothing but class British lady, and she travels the globe and she works with all the movie stars. Marilyn is a two-faced hypocrite. Scream it aloud for us to hear. What was her stream about? So Kim is Blue. It was mainly my takeaway. Well, here's the thing. I'm going to just come clean on something I was doing in that stream. And if you're going to try to get me to give a shit, you're going to have a hard time doing that. I'll start by saying this. Hey, Teddy Bear Scott. You remember the lady, the boneless lady that I've been making fun of for the last couple of days? She's a jellyfish and she has no bones and she doesn't know how to stream. And she puts the camera down here at like a weird angle. And she's always like, Reese is terrible. Susie's a gaslighter. Marilyn speaks truth. That's all I need to know. That lady, remember? Okay. Hey, Heather in the library. She was in Laura FM's chat. And I thought, what in the happenstance, right? Like, what are the chances that you're going to be in here and I'm going to be in here and we're both a good person, right? I was like, what has happened? Like, what are the chances that you and I would meet, milady? So I thought, well, I got to talk to her, right? Like, I got to say some shit. Well, look at you. I loved your stream last night. I was going to get to the good parts, but I have to out myself and I was ashamed. Alicia, I actually apologized to Laura FM today for it. I was like, I'm sorry I was an asshole in your stream. No, her stream was really, really seriously good though. So I was like, what are the chances, right? That this person's here and I'm here and I should say hello. I was like, my God, this is a once in a lifetime opportunity, right? So I was like, hey, you. I was like, hey, a sport. Hey, champ. I was like, what are you doing in here, Julia? Good to see you. I was like, how come you don't ever come over and say hi to me? I don't think she knew who I was. She was like, everybody gaslights everybody. And she was like, but I'm a good person. The world's full of terrible people, but I'm a good person. And I was like, fucking found, girl. I was like, get it. Yes. I was like, Julia, you speak truth. Just like Marilyn. I love it. I was like, keep going. And she was like, people are terrible. And I was like, Julia, tell us about these people that you speak of. Give us names, girl. I was like, I know I'm at the top of that list. Who else is gaslighting your life? And yeah, it was just, I just had a little bit of, I had a good time. And then Lindsay jumped on board and I was trying to chat with her. And yeah, I had probably too much fun. It was Seamus. I see your ass. Oh, he's cute though, isn't he? Hey, Ty Mark. Um, happy days. So then I started to feel bad about it though. I was like, I am in Laura FM's chat. This is why I don't go into people's chats because I was like, I'm such a dick. I'm so disrespectful. And I really should only do that over here, right? I don't want to do that elsewhere. I don't want to be shitty. This is why I silently watch Nora. I try not to even say anything in Lindsay's, although Lindsay, like, there are no rules. There's no rules in Lindsay's stream. Like, I know I could go barreling into that fucking stream and be like, Scott. I could be like DOA. I could be like taint, butthole, vagina, pee-pee, caca. And Lindsay would be like, bravo. Fucking relatable. Relatable as shit. She'd be like, I love it. Give us more. And I'd be like, tits, ass, nipples. And she'd be like, look, I'm going to send Reese a link. Right? Hey, Kristen Hawk. That's an anthropology chair. That's what I thought. But I don't like to do, I don't want to do that in other people other people's streams. Sorry, Lindsay. Okay, Seamus, quit showing off. So Laura FM though rocked my socks last night because outside of me being a little brat, I also said some good things. Seamus, you're making me swim laps around the anxiety pool. Thank you. Those are real anthropology chairs. They're not Temu ones like Marilyn has in her background. Please don't shred those. I'm going to ship your ass up to Vermont and you can go live there. That's what I thought. Yeah, you don't want to live with a lady who pours hot sauce down your mouth. I wouldn't either. Hey, Helen Baker. So Laura FM just rocked and rolled. She talked a lot about, hey, Jennifer Minton. She talked a lot about, here's what I love about Laura FM. And I said, hey, damn it. Quit it. You're cute as shit, but it's a prob. And you know that you create all the shit that you start and then you play victim. I've been hanging out with the haters for too long. Yeah, Laura's stream was great. Her appeals directly to Aaron were brilliant. I know he'll never listen. Yes, she said what needed to be said, right? Yes, Madrop. So Laura FM just, here's what I love about her. And in all seriousness, I love her heart. I don't know how Laura was ever a Scientologist. There are certain people where I look at them, and I've always thought this about Laura FM. I'm like, how? Because I just think that she's so big-hearted. I've not seen Laura FM. Hey, Jen Marie. I've not seen Laura FM. Well, hey, old Duncouth. I have not seen Laura FM ever be mean. I have not seen her ever like have mean intentions. Hey, Debbie Love and Life. How was your birthday, girl? I hope it was fun. I love you. I've never seen Laura like do that like evil like Cheshire cat grin. I have. I still do. You saw it in her chat last night. I completely own up to that, by the way. And I don't feel bad about what I said to Julia. I know there's this stupid lady named, she's a big hater and she thinks that she's smart and she's one of the dumbest shits I've ever seen in my life. Her name is Jean Moreno and she watches every stream I do. And then she sends me really nasty emails and she's like, I've got you all figured out. You and Tommy are terrified of me. She literally sent me an email saying, I know Tommy's not in the hospital. I'm a nurse and I know what a hospital looks like. And I was like, oh, you got us again, because nobody knows what a hospital looks like. Thank God you're a nurse. Hey, Case Face. And then she put up an email to me and said, I know Tommy moved to Ecuador because he's currently running from the police in America. And that's why he's in Ecuador. And she was like, and I know it. And I was like, Bubsy? And I was like, oh God, like people are, you got to try harder than this. No one's afraid of you, Gene Moreno. You're an absolute idiot. And you really should try thinking before you type. Like just a little hint at you. Like you don't have anybody believing what you say. She's insane. So she went over to Julia's chat and she was like, relatable Reese was the one that was being mean to you and gaslighting you. And she was like, she's horrible. She's a horrible person. She was so mean to you. And I was like, well, be sure though to don't give the other side of it, that this Julia person has been saying lies about me for over a year. I'm sorry, but this is the new way of the world in my head. If you say shit about me and I know it, and we happen to just run into each other in a chat, I'm going to take advantage of that. I'm going to tell you to fuck your life, and I'm going to do it in a really nice way. Okay. So Gene Moreno, every one of these people I've gone after deserved it. You know why, Gene? Because they came for me first. Yes, Debbie Love and Life, right? They came for me first. Therefore, they're fair game. Literally, right? Someone said in my chat the other day, if you're going to make a video about something, me or Huxley, right? Or you're going to make up lies about me and you're going to put up posts about it, you are then going to get criticized. And that should just be the way of it, right? It's like, hey, Debbie Gonzalez, it's like good and evil, right and wrong. Why can't I comment? Like, why am I a bad person, right? Hey, Linda Garden Lady, thank you. Why am I the bad guy for calling you on your shit? And now you're a victim of me. And Reese is so mean to you. You've been starting shit for over a year. I love what whoever said about me the other day. Reese doesn't start shit, but she ends it. Don't say anything and I won't ever mention you. Gene Moreno is a nutball. She is absolutely the definition of completely fucking long gone, like tethers cut. Gene Moreno is out in orbit and has not checked in a long time into the real world. Hey, Karma Charms Kittens. Thank you, Donna. So again, hey, just as I am, talk shit. And Reese is going to take a little bit to come after you, because I usually do. I don't react right away. But like, say some shit. Here's the internet, right? Here's the internet. Say some shit. Run that mouth. Run that game. Okay? Run it, run it, run it, run it. Okay? We're going to shut you the fuck up and we're going to make you feel bad about yourself and you're going to be sad about your whole life, because that's how Scientologists do shit. And I think that I still act that way in a lot of ways. And so just prepare yourself, right? Say some shit and you think you're the big fish in the big pond and you're just going around. You know, it's the Mike Tyson quote. Everybody wants to say shit until they get punched in the mouth. Hey, Caroline in Canada, I'm not trying to put me up as like some badass. Okay. I wouldn't call me a badass at all, but I definitely am I have this new way of doing things. Where like you say some shit. I'm not just going to sit on the sidelines anymore going, let's just pretend we don't hear it. Let's pretend we don't see it. Nope. We're going to knock that shit off the sidelines in Laura FM's chat, which again, I apologize for. It was not my place to do that, but I can't get Julia to come in here, right? I have baited her. I set up blueberry muffins, right? I brought in special little treats for her. Okay. I had bagels. I had a whole table of a smorgasbord. She still didn't take the bait. So I got to sometimes go into other chats and be like, psh, right? Debbie, glad to hear you'll be going to see Tommy. So put this toward your next flight. Hoping in September or October I get to meet you. I cannot wait to meet you. And we're going to get some chips. We're going to sit at a table and we're going to eat the chips. And we're going to talk shit about Julia and Marilyn. And I'm going to shovel guacamole into my mouth. And I'm going to talk about, it is an American flag bracelet. And I'm going to shovel large quantities of chips into said mouth whilst ripping on people. Gene Moreno is such a shit ass, horrible human being. And she loves that I named her. Like, she's going to go nuts. She's going to go into somebody's chat and be like, Reese said my name. Yeah, because you're a horrible, disgusting person and you think you're a good person. And it's really sad to me. Debbie, thank you for the giant super chat. And I hope you had a great birthday. Time mark, it's never going to change. Just so you know, like, just be prepared for this from now on. It's never going to change. I'm going to keep on dancing at the Pink Poppy Club. Now that I know who you are, I just want you to know you're really cute. And I thought it was really kind last night that you hopped. This is the same person, right? I'm not talking. Can someone correct me? This is that cute girl that wears stickers or something. I just want to say I like that you apologized to Laura, and I think that was really kind of you. Do you have to send a whole lot of papers to live in Ecuador? You have to get an apostillized. I didn't even know what that word meant. You have to get an apostillized FBI background check to move. So Jean Moreno, moron Moreno. Oh, okay, good. You're really cute, girl. She is incredibly wrong that Tommy is running from the law to be in Ecuador. Nope. He had to spend months sending in all kinds of background checks. Was she being rude in my chat? No, I was. I don't even remember seeing that name. Well, she's a nobody. You wouldn't know. She doesn't really exist. She's pretty non-existent. I'm not sure why she would think it's cool to be in my chat if she's talking shit about me. Everybody talks shit about me. Don't be silly. There'd be no chats left. Are you kidding? No. Let her talk shit. Plus, Laura FM, I'll send you a link to one of her videos. It's the funniest shit you'll ever see. She sits back, like she doesn't sit up. So she looks like a boneless chicken breast. She looks like a jellyfish. Hey, Sharon. And she angles her camera weird. Like she streams from her phone, but her phone sits here. And she looks over the phone. So all you see is like beard hairs, which I'm not making fun of. I have a lot of beard hairs. I'm Italian. But she definitely does this like, she's like Reese and Tommy. She looks like she's some character like from Fraggle Rock or something, or like Roger Rabbit. And she's like, Reese and Tommy are terrible. And all she says on her streams, Laura FM, no joke, you got to see this shit. She goes, Marilyn speaks truth. I'm like, oh my God. Bobby, come here, Bobby. She's like, Marilyn is a truth teller. She's like, Marilyn's the way. She's like, Marilyn is what we should all be belonging to. It's terrifying. Anyway, my point, Laura, is this. She's all chin. It's so weird. It's like a chin with eyes. Bobsy? Laura, I'm being dead serious. I feel like you somehow left Scientology with like your entire heart intact. I've never seen once Laura FM be mean. I've never seen. Did I see Angie Mo? No, Linda Perales. I've never seen Angie Mo. I've never seen Laura FM be intentionally mean. I've never seen her have that kind of dark heart that you get from being in Scientology. And her, I know, Debbie, they're getting me to say their names, but it feels good. I got to say this. Laura, don't leave. This was posted in my Facebook group this morning, and I loved it. Look at this. Debbie, speaking of. Sure, being positive and nice to everyone all the time is great, but have you ever dropped a good fuck you on someone you don't like? That shit will help the sun rise. And that's where we're at. So now I'm just firebombing. I'm literally just firebombing everyone. And I'm like, fuck your life, fuck you, fuck everyone that looks like you, fuck you and your whole family. I'm just where I'm at. It's probably not good, but I turned 42. Good for you, Sassy. Not everyone talks shit about you. I don't. Well, no, not in here, Time Mark. Nobody's doing it in here. I mean, Jean Moreno's watching, but she's not doing it in here. I've never been intentionally mean to somebody, especially for no reason, but I've definitely lost my cool here and there. Yeah, but you're so passionate about it. I know, Wandering Widow, it felt good. You're so passionate about it, Laura FM. You've lost your cool like you did last night. You get very passionate. You get very emotional. And she's so pure. Laura, it's very clear your character is very pure to me. Like you have no bad intentions. If anybody ever talked shit about Laura FM, like I deserve to have shit talked about me. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm not surprised there's all kinds of hate about me on the internet. Like I'm kind of I don't know, controversial, obnoxious, not for everyone. But Laura FM delivers her messages in such kind, like very direct. She's very truthful. Like, here's what I loved about it last night. Debbie Living Life. Hey, Panda. Here's what I loved about last night is she spoke entirely from her heart. She was very, very, very pure and she got the point across. And I couldn't, like, I was literally like glued to the screen watching her. I really was. I was like, this is so pure. She's saying everything that I think, but the way she delivered it, Amy, the way she delivered it, all right, you got to get out of here. Huxley, can you let your brother out? Don't be naked now. Hey, honey Lou. Um, hey, Molly Moon. Uh, she's very genuine. She's very authentic. And hey, Bree Bree. And she spoke a lot about. Thank you, son. Yeah. She spoke a lot about the Aaron and Jenna situation. And she spoke a lot about the pain and the hurt in this community and just how bad it's gotten. And just like the point that we've reached is like people are just I relate on understanding why I get hate. Pink Puppy Club, I've accepted it fully. I don't mind it. I honestly don't mind it. Like I kind of admire it. Uh I'll be honest, I would rather the people who hate me, I kind of like them more than the people who pretend to like me and love bomb the shit out of me and then switch over to the haters, or they're just stabbing a knife in my back by being two-faced. At least the haters are open about it. They talk a lot of bullshit, right? Like they say a lot of lies about me. Like, you know, again, Tommy is committing crimes and Reese is smuggling shit across the border and helping him. And like that kind of stuff gets annoying because it's like that's not true, right? Tommy is hurting women. Like that sucks. But I don't mind it. It gives me content. It gives me content. This is my job. This is what I make money doing. I mean, thank you for the content. But anyway, Laura just really pointed out the I know you do, babe. She said, I love love, period. I never feel good about hate. We can see that. And certain people shine with their character. Not everybody does that, Laura, and it's very specific to you. I know there's nothing fake about you. That's what I like about you. I met you in person not that long ago, and I could feel it even more in your physical, vicinity. And I was like, damn, this girl is really, really real. I don't mess with people who are not authentic anymore. Like I can smell it from a mile away. I just think like, here's what I love about Laura is I've been doing streams on this lately. Me too. I hate that the haters came after my kid. But um Laura is this is very important to me to hang. I keep my circle very small, but the people who I want access to and who I allow access to me are only people who are like Laura right there with that kind of characteristic of like she shows her wear and tear. Hey, Mindy Doolin, she shows everything about herself. She shows her scars. She shows her wounds. And she was like, hey, Cindy Swiss, and she's true, Stella, and she's very open about that. She's very what you see is what you get, like take me or leave me, but she doesn't try to hide stuff. She's not a commercial and she comes out showing her true self. Do you know how many people don't do that? A lot. A lot of people I feel like don't do that. They want you to see Aaron and Jenna are great descriptions of that. This is all they show. They show a tiny, like a quarter of it. They don't show the whole picture. They show what they want you to see. I don't like people like that. You think you're better. You think that you're above it all. And yeah, look at that. I loved that part. You came on. Pink Puppy Club, you came on and you were very humble. Hey, JoJo. And I really like how you validated Laura. I thought it was great. I admired you very strongly for that. Thank you. That's very flattering. Now I have a full bio description. I just feel like I don't know you very, very well, Laura, but I don't need to because you show the full you. It's not hard to get to know you because you put it all out there. And I like people like that. I really like people like that. I don't understand people who try to hide scars and show you their, uh, status symbols and like, but we're a big deal. Look over here. People like Marilyn who are like, don't look at me, look at them. Like all that shit. It's so smoke and mirrors. And Laura just cut through it last night. She just cut through all the bullshit. She was like, this is what we need to focus on. Not this, not that, not what these people like. This is what's going on. She really tied it together. Kind of like the Big Lebowski. That rug really tied the room together. There's a reel that I would like to play real quick, and it's that cool dude that we heard yesterday that's looks like the knife order's dad. But he's cool and he's nice. He's not like satanic. But I really liked this because this is exactly, hey, Nanny Carrie. This is exactly what we were talking about yesterday about Aaron and Jenna, and particularly Jenna. I don't do content on Jenna. I never really have. I've always tried to stay away from it. Well, Laura, here's another one. Mainly because I get judged hardcore by people who don't even know me, people who assume they know me. Hey, Sigbeats, people who pretend they know me, people who watch me 2 hours a day, looking at you, Jean Moreno, and they think they have me all figured out. So I don't want to do that to Jenna because I don't have her figured out and I don't know her. However, I've commented on things that I can speak to that I think I know. Like I've given observations and I was very clear to say, I don't know if this is true or not, right? I'm not trying to sum her up. But this was an interesting reel, and I want you guys to hear it again from this dude. I like him a lot. Hey, Sue, listen, if you don't mind, please don't leave. This isn't very long, but this speaks exactly to, he mentions a part about your last name. This is all dick swinging. I'm sorry, but I do loop Jenna into this. Aaron, Jenna, Farrell, Cheryl, Marilyn, all these people were grouped together thinking they were the cool kids, right? And dick swinging. Right? Like they presented an image to us, but we all saw through that pretty quickly. Like we see the cracks, right, in the foundation. So anyway, I want you guys to listen to this dude again. Okay. I like it.
There's one difference between me and most people. You see, I ain't scared of being disliked. Hell, I expect it. Somebody's got to hate somebody, and shoot, might as well be me. But what I do have a phobia of is being fake. I don't care who you pretend to be, what title you staple to your personality,
This is Jenna and Aaron right here.
Status symbol you rented, or whose last name you hide behind like a security blanket. Titles don't impress me. Status don't scare me. And popularity, well, it ain't a personality. You see, because your character might be crooked and your integrity is probably inflatable, and your morals fold faster than a lawn chair at a family fight. What fancy packaging means? Nothing to me. You can polish trash all day and it's still trash. It's just garbage with confidence. Have the day you deserve.
I love that. It's very similar to what Laura was saying last night. Same as me. Like Laura FM. I got to go back to just right here. I loved it.
There's one difference between me and most people. You see, I ain't scared of being disliked. Hell, I expect it. Somebody's got to hate somebody, and shoot, might as well be me. But what I do have a phobia of is being fake.
Yes.
I don't care who you pretend to be, what title you staple to your personality, what status symbol you rented, or whose last name you hide behind like a security blanket. Titles don't impress me. Status don't scare me. And popularity, well, it ain't a personality. You see, because your character might be crooked and your integrity is probably inflatable, and your morals fold faster than a lawn chair at a family fight. What fancy packaging means? Nothing to me. You can polish trash all day and it's still trash. It's just garbage with confidence.
I thought I heard that last night. Maybe it was today. And I thought, oh my God, that's exactly what we've been talking about when it comes to Aaron and Jenna. Right? Yeah, Cindy Swizz, here's what I'll do. I will send this right now to my mod chat and they'll post it in here so you can go follow him. But it's so true. Garbage with confidence. That's all it is. That's what Marilyn Honig is. And that's what the rest of them are doing. I don't give a shit what your last name is. And I said that yesterday. I don't care. As a matter of fact, I said this yesterday. I would not run around going, my uncle is Jeffrey Epstein. If I were Jenna and she had to do the last name thing, she has to write on that, I would say, I'm Jenna Miscavige, and I have the unfortunate last name of my uncle, evil, David Miscavige, and I'm embarrassed to have that last name. Like, that's more how I would carry it and design it and direct it than as a point of pride, like something you're hitching your wagon to, right? It is garbage with confidence. That is not something I would be proud of. And it would probably carry more weight, I think, if she was Jenna Hubbard, right? Again, I think if you go out on the street and go, have you heard, what do you think of when you hear the last name Miscavige? People are going to go, nothing. No one knows who David Miscavige is outside of this realm, right? Most people have never even heard of Scientology. Hey, Samantha, right? You're not going to get, I think it's some bloated egotistical thing. It's not what you think it is. That name doesn't carry the weight you think it does. And I'll be honest, if my last name was Rockefeller, I'm not going to run around being like, I'm Reese Rockefeller, right? Like I cringe with that kind of shit because it's the same thing. It's a status symbol. Hey, we full faster than a lawn chair at a family fight. That was hilarious. I love that guy. I don't know who he is. Yeah, happy days. Yeah, it's a stay humble type of thing, in my opinion. I don't think it means what you think it means. Hey, Bridge, and I don't really care about, I said this yesterday, Jenna, I'd love to know who you are, but you don't show us who you actually are. You display a name and think that that's going to carry you, right? What did he say? I got to hear it again because there was a part in it that I wanted to say and now I can't remember.
Being shoot, might as well be me. But what I do have a phobia of is being fake. I don't care who you pretend to be, what title you stapled to your personality, what status symbol you rented, or whose last name you hide behind like a security blanket. Titles don't impress me. Status don't scare me. And popularity, well, it ain't a personality.
Right there. That was what I was looking for. Hey, Rip Curl. Hey, love you, Kim Gray. Popularity is not a personality. Jan, you can say that to me, but I talk to people a lot about Scientology, and a lot of people don't know. My therapist didn't know what Scientology was. So a lot of people go like this, Jan, Scientology. Oh yeah, Tom Cruise, Kirstie Alley, right? They don't know what it is though outside of that. That's all I'm getting at. I have experienced that so many times where people go, Scientology. I think, yeah, they don't know. And they certainly don't know when you drop Miscavige unless you know. It's kind of an if you know type of thing. It's not as worldwide, I think, as people. Now, Hubbard, possibly, because again, I think people would go, Aleister Crowley, Jack Parsons. Yes, Hubbard, right? That's terrifying. They always think, yeah, I think that too. Hey, Marissa Martin, that's scary. I have heard that too. They think you're talking about Christian Science. To Neil Brown, I don't know. I don't know the answer to that. If Jenna changed her name back after she was divorced, she might have just kept that name because I think that she attaches that name to her like a security blanket, like that guy just said. But what's important and what I heard there, and I don't know if Laura FM is still here, I think it's a popularity contest with that side of the fence. I think the main goal with Aaron, Jenna, and I will tie in Marilyn and Farrell Cheryl and that creepy Eric guy. I think the goal, and the goal always has been, fame. And why someone would have that for a goal, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know why fame would be something you would want, other than if you're super egotistical and very narcissistic. Like, that seems like that would be right up your alley, to crave fame and control. I'm not like that. Laura's not like that. Nora's not like that. Lindsay's not like that. We're not trying to get people, like, here's the thing too. I've noticed this. This is why I think this channel is successful, and why I could never pre-record shows. I couldn't do it. If I couldn't go live, I could not do YouTube. Hey, Ghostwriter, why? Because the main goal and reason we do this show is I'm sitting here chatting with you guys for 2 hours. I never run out of things to talk about. It doesn't get awkward, and it just flows. It's easy. I can handle the haters. I can really, anything can be thrown my way. We have a lot of laughs that way. It's all off the cuff. Tommy calls it, hey, Super Weekend, Tommy calls it fishing without a net. He says a lot of people who do public speaking, it's very rare for people to go without a net. Like, most people need some sort of notes, a script, something. It doesn't work for me. I couldn't do it. If I had to work on a script, I couldn't do it. There's no way. I would freak out. I would get nervous. What do I do in here? It's successful, right? Chatting with you guys. Everybody gets roll called. It just flows. Why? Do you notice that Aaron talks at his audience, not with his audience? Has anyone ever noticed that? It's a form of control. You need to listen to me, listen to what I'm saying, hear what I'm saying, super chat me, right? I'm only going to read your super chats, right? Aaron talks at, hey, Jenny Jin. That shadow guy last night. Oh, you mean Angel K? You handled him like a troll, like a master class in troll dismantlement, because we don't block people anymore. I don't want any people. Hey, Allie D, I don't want anybody blocked in here ever again. I will ask the mods. They know this. From now on, if somebody needs to be blocked, I'm going to ask the mods, please block this person. But otherwise, I want full transparency. I'm not afraid of haters coming in and putting me on blast. That shit doesn't make me nervous at all. It sure scares the shit out of Aaron, right? You can't ask a question. You're blocked. Hey, Blessed Gloria. My son says your title, work title, defines who you are. I had to have a long talk with him to get him to realize your title is not who you are. Your character is. Absolutely. I love that. And I'm glad you chatted that out with him. Aaron hates his audience. That's why, of course, he does. He talks at people. He just wants to be followed, blindly believed, and listened to. He doesn't give a shit about anybody's opinion, feedback, right? He doesn't even want it. What did he do to that guy? I went and watched it. On his Friday night protest, he took that guy's microphone away. It was the most awkward thing. Aaron was like, all right, I'm taking your mic away. And the guy was like, what? Why? He was like, because nobody wants to listen to you. He wants to be number one, right? He's the biggest thing in his own mind. Me too, Leah Sunshine. Like, this is just an open chat every day of the year. Every day we just chat. You know, my mom has said to me, hey, Mrs. Patty Cake, do you think you'll ever run out of things to talk about? And I'm like, hi, I'm Reese. Have we met? No, because I love talking to people. This is exactly my pace. This is exactly what I love. He fucking hates people, and it's obvious, you know, with his rage baiting and his getting all crazy and mad. That was Jamie Castro he did that to. Holy shitballs. Jamie comes into this chat all the time. That was Jamie Castro? Oh, that was mean. That's mean. I felt really bad for him. I didn't know that's who that was. Aaron was like, okay, taking your mic away. Hey, Hope, how awkward. Yadira, Liz. Oh my God. I didn't know that's who that was. God, what a dick. I would have loved to have been like, why don't we take your mic away and then start beating him over the head with it? Allie D, I'm often just listening while working on other things, but I love that you use humor as a coping method. It's genuine and raw. Thank you, Allie. It's a It's not for everybody, but thank you. Thank you. Yeah, West Coast, it's dehumanizing. It's dehumanizing. Dr. Wayne Dyer says how people treat you is their karma. How you react is yours. Interesting. And Super Weekend Warriors comment, I truly believe that Aaron would progress if he stopped addressing and looking at things as an active Scientologist. No doubt. Great observation. His behavior is so similar to an active member. Well, hey, Joel Sachs, I think he is an active member. That's my thoughts. I mean, that's not, I have no proof to back that up. But I absolutely believe that Aaron is a Scientologist. I think that's why, love you, Hope. I think that's why nothing ever really happens to him. I think that's why, again, I've said this, guys. If I was Scientology and I wanted to hire someone, I would to destroy this movement, to get everybody fighting and get the heat taken off of Scientology. I would get someone like Aaron. Hey, Jackie C. He has destroyed this, single-handedly destroyed this. He's got everybody hating each other. He attacks other Scientologists, and he opened a spite foundation, right? Because he got kicked off of the other one. Is he helping anybody? I mean, I was on it. I'm not going to speak to what I saw, but it wasn't good. Hey, Lydia Krause, when is the Zoom? It's not, oh my holy crap. Sorry. It's not the last Sunday of the month this month. It's August 9th is the July one, and then August 30th is the August one. Thank you, Hope. He poked fun at the autistic guy that exposed the guy being hurt at Blue. I believe Laura was mentioning that. I don't know if you saw, Aaron did an interview with Jenna on some other channel, and I saw it. And it may be taken down by now. Did anybody else see this? Where Aaron made fun of somebody with Down syndrome. He started laughing about it, and then Jenna started laughing, and they like couldn't stop laughing. It was the most cringe shit I'd ever seen. Tommy and I watched it. It was a long time ago, and I was blown away that Jenna was laughing. But he was laughing about someone with Downs, and I was like, get this off the screen. I can't even fucking look at this. I cannot handle. It wasn't autism. It was somebody, he was making fun of someone for having Down syndrome. And it was this, there you go. I knew somebody would know. It was on the Stevie Weeby show. That is character. That doesn't go away. That is who you truly are. And Jenna was there, and I was more blown away at Jenna. Aaron, I wasn't surprised. Jenna was laughing too. And I was like, I was frozen. I was like, I wouldn't do this in the comfort of my own home in my closet with no one watching. You're going to do this with people watching you on camera? It was a vile joke he made. He thought it was hilarious. That's literally why I said yesterday he's so little respect or care for people with mental disabilities. You did. Yeah. You touched and highlighted on every single thing that we were all thinking, Laura. It was like you had the mic and you were the spokesperson yesterday in that stream. I couldn't turn away. I was literally watching, like nodding my head. I was like, yes, you were saying everything I was thinking. And she did say this. He has little respect for people who have mental or physical disabilities. It's disgusting, West Coast, but like it's also fucking weird to me that people still like want to give the impression that he's a good person. And I'm not trying to say, I really say that with everything that he's done. I would not normally say he's a bad guy, but like the things I've seen over the years, that's just a bad, dark place to be in. So when was that, Laura? It was a couple years ago, right? So let's take that, cracking up and making fun of someone with fucking Down syndrome, okay? Let's fast forward to 2 weeks ago in Marilyn's chat. Is Nora going to join her dead father in hell? timeline. Nothing's fucking changed, people. Wake up. I would say, I'll be the first one to say, Aaron's really working on things. Like, I'm impressed. He's doing better. He's not. He's in the same dark place, making fun of the dead, making fun of dead people, mocking someone like that, making fun of someone with Down syndrome years ago. Fast forward to 2 weeks ago. Is Nora going to join her dead father in hell? Ha 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 ha. It's fucking hilarious. When people show you who the fuck they are, believe it. Lori Lee, he is super dark. Yeah. Did it surprise you when Aaron started attacking Leah Remini? Yeah. I mean, yes and no. I look at the list of people he's attacked. But yes, I was surprised just because of who she is. Yeah. I was surprised because she's a celebrity. And I think on some level he wants fame and recognition. Yeah. He on some level, I think Aaron and Jenna, this is why they only pretty much work with each other. I think she uses him because she thinks his channel's big, and he uses her for her last name. And I think they truly believe they're fucking going places. And I also see that they're taking nobody with them. They think they are the spokespeople for ex-Scientology, and they think that the rest of us don't matter. They're not going to platform us. They're not going to name our names. Why do you think they don't fight back right now? I think they've come up with a little pact with each other, right? Jenna's not going to name me, because that would give me attention. People would go, who's that? Right? I think that they want and have to be number one, right? And they will do anything. They will screw anybody over to get there. They fucked over Sterling of all people. Like there's just a whole path of people that they have screwed over and said they're crazy and terrible people. I think that they absolutely are trying to make their way to the top. I don't think that's going to happen. I don't see it, but I could be wrong. It's because she blocked him and Jenna. In my opinion, he wouldn't have ever done that otherwise. Who blocked him and Jenna? Oh, Leah. Reese, Sky Daily. Yeah. Reese says, it's not easy to rewire our brains and behavior after being in Scientology. It doesn't happen overnight, not making excuses for the behavior. No. And I agree with this. I've always said this. Actually, you make a good point. I give a little bit more room. I make a little bit more grace for ex-Scientologists because they are so fucked up. They really are. They are. They are. The rewiring of the brain is strong, and he is behaving 100% like an active Scientologist. The only thing I see wrong with what you just said to me, okay, and I'm not telling you you're wrong, but forgive me. The only thing that I'm seeing here, though, is he doesn't believe in therapy, right? He doesn't believe in improving himself that I've seen. And he's been out for a long enough time. So my therapist said this to me once. The problem with people who are like, well, I grew up in a cult. Well, I had an alcoholic father. Like, they use that kind of shit as a crutch, right? I was abused as a child. Remember Marilyn? She was like, I had black eyes. Okay, that's horrible. It's horrible. I'm not discounting that. It's horrible, right? However, that is the hand, yes, that you were dealt when you were 5 or 3 or 7 or 15. But you cannot 30, 40 years down the line continue to use that. You were totally done wrong as a child. We all were. But that doesn't give us the right to be 30, 40, 50-year-old adults walking around being horrible people, having really bad behavior. This is like the darkest behavior I've seen. Aaron doesn't just have bad behavior. He goes for the jugular. He's really nasty to people, laughing at someone with Down syndrome. That's not just bad behavior. That's a bad egg, in my opinion. That's worse. That's evil. Bad behavior and evil are two different things, right? So, I see And I don't know much about this, but it makes me think of like a child who's 15 going into a foster home because of all the abuse they suffered, and maybe the parents went to prison or something, okay? That's bad behavior. That kid's gonna display a lot of bad behavior, and that kid is gonna need a lot of therapy to correct that and reflect and need help and guidance. That's kind of what he's doing now. He's just shitting all over people because of how he was rewired and treated as a child, like all of us were. He's bleeding all over people that never cut him. So he's in the same loop, right? He's not interested in changing. He's not interested in taking any accountability for what happened to him, for his brother's loss, like dealing, not accountability there, but dealing with that loss, right? Like there's so many things that he needs to unpack and he's not doing it. So while I agree with your comment, like, yes, we were, I've always said this and I stand by it. To come out of Scientology, you have to work to be a good person, typically. Like we are wired to have bad behavior. We're nasty. We know how to fight. We can be really ugly. We have a lot. Hey, Styra, we have a lot of skills that make us bad fucking people to tango with. Honestly, we do, and we're pretty impenetrable. Is that the word? Like all the bull baiting and shit makes us pretty Teflon like, right? And we all had that same training, but you notice that we're all in different places on a healing journey, except for Aaron that I'm seeing. He double triples down. He continues to be a really ugly person. And the scariest part about it to me is the biggest red flag that I see in Aaron is he fucking gets off to it. Not only does he love to kick people when they're down, but he's like Marilyn, like that day when Nora said that guy is really mean to Reese, she's like, I know, I love it. That's some scary behavior. That's some red flag shit where I'm like, that's demonic and I don't want to know you. Like if you enjoy seeing people in pain, if you enjoy like really, really being harmful to people, that's scary. And the difference is because you're going to go, well, what'd you do in Laura's chat last night with Julia? Julia's been coming after me for a year. So I had a little fun poking at her, right? Aaron tears people down who didn't do anything to him, right? It's not even right what I did to her last night. I'm not even justifying it. It was shitty behavior and I shouldn't have done it, right? I had too much fun. It was stupid of me. But I recognize it. And I think, do better, Reese. Fucking do better. Not cool. Don't stoop to people's levels, right? You don't have to match their energy just because people came after you, but I do. And I'm working on it. He doesn't even see it. He's not even aware. What did he do to me in the kitchen of his house? Sterling is fucking dead to me. Why? I was like, I love Sterling. How could you hate Sterling? Because he quit my board. He's fucking dead to me. That's what I mean. He will fucking pound people however which way he can to harm them and then like it. That's too far. Having a little cat and mouse fun with someone, what I was doing last night, is still not okay. But holy shit, man, I'm not going to make it my life's mission to go after this woman. And then once she does quit the internet or once she is down, keep kicking her. I'm not doing any of that. I don't get off to people being in that much pain. That's terrifying. I do feel that Aaron and Jen and everyone but toxic can heal and change. I do feel that, but it's up to them. Oh, I completely agree. I keep saying this. Aaron is what, 45, 46, however old he is, Laura. He's still got time. I mean, I'm seeing some pretty evil stuff, but I don't doubt that he could change. I think if he actually did some self-reflecting, that would be different. But I don't see it. And I said this about Marilyn last week, right? Hey, honey in the rock. Here's what I said about Marilyn. I'm not seeing any change in her. There's no self-reflection. She's putting up posts, doubling down. She's going after that Mrs. J, and she's like, let's fight. She's not correcting herself. She doesn't see it. She just is in active fight mode. That's what he's doing. So while there's hope, sure, but I'm not seeing any signs of it. Also, Laura, but I love your heart for that reason. I hope he does see the light. But none of us can make him see the light. And when the student is ready, the teacher appears. The problem is, I've met people in their fucking 80s who never saw the light. There are people who go their entire lives on autopilot, being really horrible to people and causing destruction and damage left and right, going, well, they deserved it, or well, they shouldn't have done that. Like, never taking responsibility for their fucking actions. Jamie Castro, dude, I hate to put you on blast. I did not know that you were with Aaron at the protest Friday, and that you were the guy whose mic he took away. I know Aaron's a friend of yours and your business, but I'm sorry that happened. That sucks. I didn't know that happened to you. I thought that was cringy. I thought it was mean, and it was very typical Aaron. I'm sorry that he did that to you. Increase awareness. Thank you for the super sticker. Sassy, flaws and strengths are grown from lessons in life. Yes. And thank you for the super chat. You're right. But don't put time in a box. Let's see as time goes. The other thing that guy said, Laura, man, I don't know which one it is now. Let's see.
The word empathy, like it's a leash. Like if I truly.
That wasn't it. I really like this guy.
That they never agreed to.
I wonder if this is it. This is that guy again. Yeah, Jamie, I didn't know that was you. What does self-reflection mean to you? Great question, increase awareness. To me, because I feel more now than ever in my life, and I am a Cancer sign and I overthink. It's a problem for me. I really, really, really overthink. I'm going to give you an example of what self-reflection is for me. So I was in Laura FM's chat last night and I was hey, Tiffany B, I was having a good time with this Julia girl. And I wasn't being, how did I find out? Someone said it in the chat and I went and looked. Hey, Butterfly. I wasn't being mean outright to her. What I was doing was she was saying things like, yeah, people are horrible. And I was like, wow, Julia, tell us who's horrible. Like, I wasn't like, Julia, you suck. You're a piece of shit. I wasn't doing that. I was like baiting her. And she was like, everybody gaslights and everybody's so bad and no one learns from the behavior. And I was like, wow, tell us more about that. Like, I was having a good time with it. I knew I was doing it. I knew that I was on full display and there were like 350 people seeing it. I was well aware of what I was doing. So it's not like I'm going to go, I was having a bad night. I'm not blaming it on anything. I knew what I was doing. This woman's been going after me for like a year now. And I just thought, well, I'm going to have a little fun. Hey, Beck Smith. I don't even really feel like it was the worst thing. Like, I was kind of trying to also have a talk with her at the same time. Like, toward the end of the stream, I ended up talking to her. Like, I was like, she said, what did she say that was alarming as hell? Does anyone remember? She said something like, I have been told to do content going after that, like something. She said something like, I was told to do this kind of content. She said that openly in the stream. Then my ears perked up and I stopped having fun with her and I switched over to actually talking to her. And I went, I said, I really hope you can go look at my comments. I said, Julia, I think you got to use your own voice. And I said, I really, really, really hope that you do your own content and you speak just for you. And then I started being nice to her because I felt sorry for her that she said that. And I felt bad about what I had been saying to her. But I said, please, please, please think for yourself. Like, don't let anybody tell you what to say or think. Then I switched over. My point is, he just took it away because what we were talking about wasn't relevant. Yeah, but that's rude. It was rude. It was inappropriate in my opinion. I thought it was really embarrassing and cringy, like kind of treating you like the teacher, like he's the teacher and you're like a 3-year-old, like putting rules on you kind of a thing. It was just gross. Like, you can't have it. Like, why did you give me a mic in the first place then? because I can only talk about what you want me to talk about. Like that, I don't know what kind of a friendship or what you guys have going on there, but I just thought, so you're not allowed to sit, you're only allowed to speak to what Aaron wants you to speak to? Sounds about right, dude. Sounds about right. So self-reflection to me, because I do this a lot throughout the day, I thought, yeah, butterfly. I thought she ended her stream and I thought about it that night and I thought that was shitty of me. It was just shit behavior. It was I just thought you're better than that. Like it doesn't make me feel good in the long run. It does in the moment, right? Okay, from this I know. I thought I got well, that's okay, Jamie. It's all right, dude. You can talk freely in here. No offense, but it seems like a lot of people will do anything to make him look bad. Fair enough. I respectfully disagree with you, but I enjoy you coming over here. So you that's okay. I appreciate you speaking your voice. Okay, so self-reflection to me, this is an example. I ended that stream last night and I was like, man, there was a better way to deal with that and you just didn't do very good at it. And then I thought, okay, let's not get super like let me not cut myself down, like do better tomorrow, like make better choices. You know, that just wasn't the right way to deal with that woman. And it was just shitty. And I'm still trying to answer this. I hope this person is still here who asked me the question. I got up this morning and I kept thinking about it. And I was like, I just don't like the way I dealt with that. So I sent Laura FM a text. So self-reflection to me is also taking accountability. So you said, what is self-reflection to you? So it's seeing the error, right? And going, I need to improve that. That was a low point for me. Don't like the way I behaved. Not anything to like scorch earth over, but I got to change that. I don't like it. So then I got up this morning and it was still bothering me. So I thought, what can I do to kind of fix this in my own head to where I'm kind of held accountable for it? So I reached out to Laura FM and I texted her and I said, hey, excellent stream. I said, but my behavior was kind of shitty in your chat last night. And I said, I want you to know there was a lady in there that I was kind of being mean to. And I said, I'm sorry. And it was your chat. It was disrespectful. I apologize. That is between me and Laura. I don't want other people like I don't need people to tell me to self-reflect though too. Like I usually am really fucking good at knowing when I fucked up. Tommy always tells me that. He goes, "You know what I love about you? If you make a mistake, you know it. Like you're not one of those people who's like, "Oh, that I don't care. Fuck her." I don't do that. Like I'm aware that I did that and it was a low blow and I really shouldn't have done that. And I don't blame anyone for my actions. It was me. So self-reflection is recognizing that, but then also what can you do to take a little bit of responsibility for it, right? Hey, Karen Cardoza. So that's what I did. You know when you're being a dick and you fix it. That's what self-reflection is to me. Not just seeing, like let's pretend that I didn't say anything to Laura because I was too proud. What if I went, yeah, that was shitty of me, but I don't care. Shake it off, do better next time. No. I think self-reflection is going the extra mile to go to the person and say, hey, I'm sorry I did that. I don't like it. I didn't like who I was in that moment. And I apologize to you for it. That is, I feel like there's two parts to it. And now sometimes self-reflection, there's no one to apologize to except yourself, right? There's always that too. But I definitely wanted Laura to know that was shitty behavior and it was an honor to be in your chat. And I came in looking like a doofus, right? Not cool. But then you move on and you just try to do better. And if I ever see Julia in another chat again, I won't ever do that to her again. I'll just say hello to her, right? So to me, that's an example of like, recognize the shit behavior, make up for it and do something about it, and don't do it again. Fucking avoid behaving like that again. But I'm good at recognizing it. What I don't like is people telling me my behavior was bad, right? Exactly. It also shows me I can trust you because you came to me and apologized and let me see how I felt. Very awesome. And I was ready for you to not accept my apology, by the way. Honestly, Lara FM, I thought, I don't mind jumping on a phone call with her if she'll have me and talking this out because I really did feel bad about it. It's her chat, that's her space. And I don't even like, as a creator, I don't love going into Nora's chat and saying hi to everyone because I feel like it takes away from Nora. Like Nora's talking, and then all of a sudden people are like, Reese, 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 Reese. I love that. I love saying hi to you guys, but I also feel like it's disrespectful. I don't want to take away from what Nora's saying. And I loved what Laura was saying. There was no way I couldn't talk in her chat because it was so good. But I shouldn't have participated in the shit behavior. And I did. And that was all on me. Nobody else. Right. So Laura, thank you for accepting my apology. And I just think it was I made a fool of myself. It's okay. Like, not scorched earth, not World War III. But that to me is self-reflection. I'm not great at it, guys. I don't do it all the time. There are times where Tommy has said something to me and I'm like, I don't care. I thought I did great. And he's like, and I'm like, too bad. I liked it. Like, there are times where I don't self-reflect, where I feel pretty strong about it. I know, Jojo, but you were there, you saw it. But we don't get a pass, to shit on people because of trauma we experienced. We don't get a pass to shit on people because of trauma, because of our situations, because of cancer, illnesses. I get tired of that shit. I get tired of people. Strike one, Reese. Does that re-up every year, by the way? I'm asking for a friend. Like, do you get 3 strikes in a year? Or is it like lifetime? Just wondering. What kind of leeway, what kind of slack are we working with here, Laura? Because I do tend to make a lot of mistakes. This is why I don't have a lot of friends. But I don't want that shit also thrown in my face. And I think I'm sensitive. Like, I'm very sensitive these days to people correcting me. I think because I got corrected a lot in Scientology, and I'm also so I don't like, this is another reason it's like haters hate me. I hate me more. I promise you. Nobody's going to tear down my body, my weight, my stomach. You can say I look pregnant. I'm doing it 10 times worse. I promise. I fucking hate the way I look. I hate with a passion the way I look. But that's one of the reasons I'm in therapy. It's helped me for years to try every day to be grateful, to appreciate how, I have a body that gave me a child. I have a body that still works, right? I have a body that does a lot for me. It processes what it's supposed to do. Sometimes it shits its pants. That's okay, right? We give it a pass. But I think practicing gratitude has a lot to do with that. But what I guess I'm getting at is nobody corrects me more than me. If I'm fucking up, I know I'm fucking up. Like, just know that. Just know that. When I was making fun of Julia the other day, when Lindsay and I were on here laughing it up, I was completely aware that I was doing that. It wasn't like I hit end stream. Thank you, Joel Sachs. It wasn't like I hit end stream. I hit end stream and I texted Lindsay and I went, that was fucked. It was terrible. I was like, that was shitty of me. I don't like it. I wasn't correcting Lindsay. I was correcting me. And thank you, Dorothy. And so nobody, like, I don't like it anymore when people tell me I fucked up. I am very sensitive to that because it's like, trust me, I know. I don't know that I would be like, I am so self-aware, but like, I really do critique myself all the time. I don't need to be told when I'm making mistakes because I know I'm making mistakes when I make them. I definitely know it. I don't always admit to them right away, but I know when I'm making a mistake. And it's Avocado Professor. Here's the thing. I think we are working on it. I think you work on yourself until you take your last breath. I really believe that. Nobody is ever healed. I never want to hear anyone go, I'm healed. You're not healed. You will never be healed. That's why Aaron bothers me, because it's like, brother, you got a lot to work on. You got a lot to catch up on. I got out at the age of 38. What's it been? 3 years that we've been on YouTube. I am like breaking my ankles running, trying to catch up to you guys and know the world and be kind to people and unlearn everything I know about Scientology. It's like, dude, tick fucking tock. You don't have a lot of time here. You continue to be an asshole and be mean and shitty to people because of your background. I get it. But you got to put some work in. And I'm not seeing it. Right? This is something I'm working on, and we always will work on. I will continue to make those kinds of mistakes. It doesn't mean I'm clean from it. I also have a personality that is dark, and I use humor, like our friend said earlier, big time to cope with stuff, like big time. And it's tough. I'm not for everybody, like my mom said. I felt really bad when I walked up to that store today and went all crazy about that dude smoking, and then he walked in. I was like, this is classic me. Classic me. I hate to be corrected, yet I have the need to correct others. Ooh, see, I don't do that. I do not correct other people. Mostly when I feel they are just wrong. Yeah. I'm also hard on myself. Perfectionism is real. Well, I mean, it's just something you're aware of it, right? It's just something you know and you got to work on. I hate being corrected so much that I know not to do it to other people. I will not correct other people because I get so pissed when people correct me. Now, look, I was just talking to Tommy about this last night. He said to me, because I was like, I don't like being corrected. And he said to me, he goes, now, babe, he was like, you also don't want just like an echo chamber of people around you telling you that you're doing the right thing. He was like, it's okay to be corrected. And I said, it is, but it's a case by case basis, right? I think it's totally fine if you have a friendship or your mom or even someone in the chat. I have people email me that are like, I just kind of felt like there's two sides to this. And you said this, but I feel like you should look at this. That's fair and fine. I like that. Hey, Kara, I think it's all, and I mean fucking all, in how you do it. Hey, Megan Keene. Joel Sachs, I don't mind being corrected if it's not malicious. Yes. 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 As long as you are respectful in how you do it and you're not nefarious and you're cool, I'm cool. But it's the people who sent me that email the other day going, now, like what did the email start with? You've put me in a tough spot. Don't worry, I'm not going to abandon you, but here's what you're fucking doing wrong. And Lindsay, Nora, and Tori are on the dark side. And it doesn't surprise me that you now walk with Satan. That's not a good way to correct a person. Hey, Becky USA. Yeah, Sharon, there's a fine line. I don't want to be around people who are just going, yeah, Reese, you're so right. No, I don't want that either. I hate that, as a matter of fact. I've said this so many times in this chat. I want you to challenge me. I want to be challenged. That's why I've unblocked everyone. That's why it's okay to come in here with questions or whatever it is. I don't want people who are like, yes, you're so correct, girl. No. But if you come in here swinging passive aggressive at me, be sure you'll get it the fuck back. Yadira. I agree with Joel Sachs. It's all in how you do the correcting. Now, for me, I really don't think I correct people. Even Tommy, right? Like even Tommy, I feel like here's how I feel about it. I think this way a lot. You're 56 fucking years old. I'm not your mom, and I feel this way about most people. I don't need to correct you or explain consequences to grown ass adults. That's your problem. That's a you problem. I'm not going to take it upon myself and make it a group project, right? That bearded dude, I really like him because he says that a lot, that word a lot. This isn't a group project. And that's where people jump into other people's business too fucking much, right? That's Gene Moreno for you right there. Just going into haters chats going, Reese does this and Tommy does that. And I'm sure of it. You don't need to take on a group project and you have no idea what the fuck you're talking about there, Marilyn. Sit down, right? Kelly Copter. Tommy's currently scamming people tonight at 11. Can you show us proof to that? You don't need to take on a group project. Okay. Especially spreading lies. So it's just not, I really truly believe in the stay in your own lane shit. Mind your fucking business. I don't love it when people jump out of their lanes to tell me I'm wrong. And that email, I'm not going to lie, set me the fuck off. It really did. And I'm still not over it. I'm still not over it. I feel I can't, I'm going to have therapy about it because it's one of those things like usually I get over stuff and I'm like, well, yeah, it's not my problem. You know, that's a them thing. And I can detach and like remove from it. I really, really struggled with that email, I think, because I really like my friends and I like who I'm becoming. And it tore all of that down. It definitely had an effect on me. It definitely has power over me, clearly. And that's a problem. But for that person to say it was so condescending, like, don't worry, I'm not going to abandon you. It was so triggering, Angie Mo, and condescending to be like, hey, Starlina, and clearly you've crossed into the dark side and you're not strong enough. You're not smart enough to understand. One thing I really won't allow, I don't know if the word is patronize. I don't really fully understand the definition of that word, but do not, you will be so sorry if you talk to me like I'm fucking 5. I do not like people who speak down like that. I don't like that. I've only been watching you for like 6 months. Honest question. Do you not like when people talk to each other in your chat? I do that. I won't if you don't like it. Oh my God, no. That's the whole purpose of this channel. And battles. Yeah, Jess J. No. Yeah, Kathy, it was just too much for me. And I'm still fuming from it. I really am. It rocked me. I don't usually get that rocked. It rocked me. And absolutely not. Absolutely not. No, I want people to come here to communicate with each other. That's why it's a community. People have made real friends in this chat, like who talk to each other, visit each other. Absolutely not. And I'm not going to put rules in on you guys either. Like, can you imagine, Anne, if I'd answered that differently and said, yeah, I really don't want you guys talking to each other in the chat. I'm not a dictator. You do whatever the hell you want, right? I want you to feel welcome here. I want you to feel seen and heard. Hey, Florida Court Reporter. And the only way to feel seen and heard is to be seen and heard, right? You should feel at home, and I want you to feel at ease, and I want you to be able to ask questions and say hi to your neighbor there. No, definitely Ann Battles. Absolutely not. I want you to feel as chatty as you possibly feel like. The only thing I don't like is people coming in and saying triggering things in the chat that upsets people. We've seen that once or twice, right? Where people come in and say really controversial things. No, I don't like that. I don't like you riling people up to hurt their feelings. But yeah, you're not going to see me screaming, what about me? Susie! Holy shit, man. Nope. This is an us, not a me. And that's what I was trying to say about Aaron. Watch. He talks at his chat. I talk to you guys. I talk with you guys. Right? He talks at his chat. He wants to be heard. He doesn't want you to be seen, right? Like he tries, I think Yadira, he tries to do roll call now. I've heard. I don't watch Aaron, but people have said that he tries to do roll call now. Hey, Stanley. Hey, SoCal Joy. Exactly, Kathy. I want everyone to be safe and comfortable here and feel welcome. Jojo, what about me? Jojo, did you ever think about me? No, because you're only thinking about yourself. Do you remember when she yelled at Susie in that chat and brought up her cancer? That was the craziest shit I've ever seen. She was like, Susie, can this just be about me for once? She's like, can this not be about you and your cancer? I was like, oh my God. And Susie Oberholtz hates me, but stands with Marilyn. Wow. What a fucking time to be here. Who was it? Who I think super Hope Between the Dreams. I'm not naming them because I don't want to be disrespectful in that way. I have mixed emotions now about that. I don't want to be mean to that person who sent the email. That wasn't the intention of reading the email. It was just, it really, really, really hurt me. Like it really bothered me. And I read my response and you heard my response. And that was exactly what I said. I was like, you deeply offended me and made me really feel a certain way about that. Like really, really, really hardcore judged me. That was extreme judgment. It's okay, Hope. Thank you, babe. It was extremely judgmental and it was I don't know. I don't want to say what I was about to say. No, Rachel, I don't want to say it was designed to be that way because I don't want to believe that that person would Lolo, I hope you had a good birthday. I don't want to believe that person did that intentionally, but it felt intentional. I brought your email up at church today, Reese. Everyone at my roundtable thought that this action, this email took was deplorable against you. They were 100% in defense of you. Bad look for not you. Thank you, Anne. I appreciate that. I already knew it was bad because of how it made me feel. And again, to throw my friends into it and say, like, I think that the non-believer thing really bugs me. It's like pointing out. Can you imagine if we described people like he's a Black Baptist, 45 and 4 kids. Why do I need to know that? I mean, honestly, I don't need to know that. So putting a title on someone, calling them a non-believer in a judgmental way was so like, what does that have to do with any? It's like saying, it's like they're gay. So what difference does that make to me? I don't care. I don't care if they're gay. I don't care if they're straight. I don't care if they're black. Doesn't matter to me. Makes no difference, right? What I mean by that is I'm not going to put a judgment on that. I'm not going to put a judgment on that. So to call somebody a non-believer and implying that they're bad because of that. And I feel like that's what happened there. You've stepped into the realm of non-believers, which makes it, dark and the path of Satan. Let me put it this way. If the story of Jesus was that he only hung out with believers and he criticized non-believers, I don't know that I don't think I would want to follow Jesus because that's not how I feel, right? That's not where my heart is. I believe every single person matters in a way until you give me a reason not to, right? Like I don't judge people until you give me a reason not to. That's why I say I'm not coming for you unless you come for me first. You have to give me a fucking reason to not like you, right? If you said to me, this person, has a felony for abusing animals, I'm not going to like you. I'm not going to want to spend any fucking time with you. Right. So there's got to be something. You have to give me something. And saying they're a non-believer is so fucking gross to me. And it's even weirder. I know I'm talking about this again and I'm wasting time. I know you guys don't want to hear about it, but I think I'm just processing it still. Yeah, Briggs sounded like a swear word. Non-believer. It's like, oh my God, of all things. Right? Like, oh my God, they're Asian. Ugh. Like, what are you doing? Like, it's a bad thing. What the fuck does that mean? But somehow Aaron's behaviors get a pass, right? I don't know. I don't know why. But it made me feel, I think it really, I'm glad I'm processing this still, and I'm sorry that I am, but it made me feel, I think it upset me more that you drug my friends into it, that you drug people into it in a dark way, like they're bad people because they're non-believers. I have to be completely open with you. It doesn't even occur to me. It's like Tommy when I first met him and he was like, I have a serious criminal history. I was like, okay. Didn't think a thought about it. Right? When I first saw Tommy, he was embarrassed because he's got track marks all up and down his arms. Tommy has scars everywhere on his arms. And I didn't mention it. I didn't say anything. And he was like, I know that you see this and I can explain what this is. And I said, I thought you, this is really stupid. But I said, I thought you were like a welder, like in prison or something. I thought it was burn marks from welding. And he was like, no, I told you I was a drug addict. And I was like, I don't know. I don't know what track marks are and I don't know what they look like. And he was like, but that's what these are. And I was like, okay, sorry. I thought it was from welding. And that's how I feel. It's like, I don't care. I don't care. I want to know your heart. And it's the same as Jenna Miscavige throwing out, and this is my uncle. I don't give a holy shit. Who are you? We don't care who your uncle is. Who are you? Right? So it's like I really am shocked that the word a non-believer is like a badge and an embarrassing thing. I remember you wanted to know what clothes he wore. That's when I judge you, how you dress. Sherry LeBrun, do you remember? I was like, what did you wear when you robbed banks? Like, that's important to me. And remember when he said like drawstring pants? I was like, oh, I don't want to know you. Remember when Jeff wore open-toed sandals? And I was like, oh, that's a really bad reflection. Yeah, so I know I'm still dragging this out. I think it's just my fault. There was a David Bowie video. Congratulations to your dad. Nobody gives a shit. No one cares in this day and age. I'm so sorry. Going to stress out when I get to meet Reese. What to wear? What to wear? Debbie, I will take photos and I will ridicule you on the internet. Stop. I don't care what you wear. I like to put outfits together for me, but that's my body. I don't care what other people do with their bodies, unless you're Marilyn Honig. Stanley, have I gotten over the dress expectations? Yeah, because I dress Tommy now. I got a whole fucking bag from H&M of sale summer clothes that I got for him. I went to H&M and I FaceTimed with him and I was like, what about this? I was there for like an hour and a half. I was like, this is super cute, babe. I was like, these come in an extra large. He was like, get it, get it, get it. And I stayed with him till the register and then he zelled me for the money for it. And I was like, okay, see you when I get there. So I dress him now. So that's all that matters. Yeah. Thank you, Angie Mo. I'm going to take a drink, Yadira. Yeah, JoJo makes a good point, Debbie. Please just don't be naked because then Marilyn will make a video about you and call the police. Yeah, and if you're going to rob a bank, don't fucking do it in drawstring pants. Like, I'm going to really judge you for that. No, this non-believer thing is really getting to me. It bothers me. It really bothers me. It's like sexual preference. Don't care. Not my business. Not my concern. Not in my lane. Hey, Claire Evans, right? Like, I love it when people are like, well, he's gay. What does that have to do with me? I'm not judging that. I don't care. Right? If you're like, well, he's going to be an hour late, then I'm going to get pissed off, right? Because then you're making me wait, like my pap smear last week. Like, there are certain things that I care about. There's a lot of things I don't care about because they don't affect me. So this non-believer thing and how she smeared, right, my friends. And I've said this the other day, but like, these people have done nothing but be amazing people to me. Jesus would approve, I would imagine, right? Like, Lindsay, Nora, and Tori have all three separately gone to bat for me. And who gets to make that call, Angie Mo? Who gets to fucking say they're non-believers? How do you know Lindsay and Nora don't believe? Well, Nora, I think, has said it. How do you know what Tori believes in? I don't. I have no idea if Tori believes in God or not. And I don't need to know. It's not my business because it's not going to make me feel any different about her. Thank you, Dee. I love you too. But I just don't understand people who waste fucking time on the wrong things. You waste time on the wrong details. And I see people do it. Hey, Katie did it so often. You waste time on people's scars and wear and tear, and you waste time on how much money someone makes, or you waste time on whether or not they're a believer or a Methodist or Jewish, you waste time on they're Hispanic or they're Asian, that isn't a concern to me. I don't know why any of that would matter to me. Doesn't affect me one way or the other, and it's not going to make me change anything about them. I'm not going to change my mind on anything. But it felt very much like throwing those people under the bus. And I'm blown away by that because, well, thank you, Big J. I love, guys, this is Caroline and Canada's husband. He's such a nice guy. I don't know much about you, but thank you. You have a great heart, Reese. I'm not just saying this stuff. I appreciate you saying that. And thank you for the super chat, Jay. But hey, T, I really would like to get to the bottom of that. This is since I was little. This is the same thing since I was little. Scientologists don't like gay people. Okay. My dad used the F word all the time. Okay. Derogatorily to use toward gay people. Hey, Cat loves the moon. I hated it even as a young child. Like I never understood it. Yeah, Jamie Castro, it doesn't. Whether or not somebody believes in God is the last thing on my list as to the things I'm going to judge you for. You know what I'm going to judge you for? How you fucking treat people. That's how I'm going to judge you. I'm going to judge you for how you treat people in the customer service industry. I'm going to watch your behavior on how you treat people. But if you're treating someone different because they're a non-believer, that's just not, it's the last thing on my list. But when I was even little, this is as long as I can remember, my dad was like, we don't like gay people. And at one point, hey, looped tape. At one point, I remember asking my dad, like, what is gay people? What are gay people? I didn't even really know what it meant. It was like, I remember when my dad used to call me a bank or a downstat or a DB. He'd call me a degraded being crim. He'd call me a DB crim. There was all kinds of terms that I didn't know the definitions of. I remember being like 5 and he was like, you're a fucking bank. And I was like, okay. Or he'd say, stop being a bank. And I thought, how do I stop? I would have this major pool of anxiety in my head because I'd be like, I'm being a bank and I need to stop. He's telling me to stop, but I don't know what the fuck it means. I don't know what a bank is. Like, I really used to think that. But yeah, I've been an overthinker ever since, as long as I can remember. So he would give me these words and I didn't know what they meant. And I remember one time he was like, we don't fucking support, we hate gay people. And I was like, what are gay people? And then he used the F word and he was like, they're disgusting. According to L. Ron Hubbard, gay people are should be all placed on an island. Gay people, where's my, damn, I found it the other day. Oh, is that it? Oh my God, yes. I've been organizing the shit out of this office. Gay people, I'm going to show you something. I've been looking for this and I found it, organizing. Corsets and curls. God, I haven't seen you in forever. Nice to see you, my friend. This is the human. You guys ever seen this shit? This is some wild shit right here. This is the Hubbard Human Chart of Evaluation. What does Scientology think of people with disabilities? They are disgusted by people with disabilities. Aaron is being very much a Scientologist. Are clothes in Ecuador cheaper? It depends. I went to the Ecuadorian mall. No, they were about the same. My dad hated people in wheelchairs. I told you that once I was little with my dad. There was a person in a wheelchair. It was a child, probably like a 12 to 14-year-old child. And I don't know what they had. I don't know what it was, but they were completely disabled mentally and physically. So we've seen people in wheelchairs before who, like, sometimes their mouth will be hanging open. They'll have a blank stare, right? Whatever physically is going on. I don't know what that is. I'm describing it this way because I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's, I don't know. So I remember seeing this child though. And my dad was like, get the fuck away from that. He was like, that's not a Thetan. There's nothing there. He was like, look at what that's pulled in. Get that thing away. Like, he was disgusted by it. And I have seen other Scientologists treat disabled people the same way. And it was disgusting to me. So when he said we don't like gay people, I always thought, even from a young age, it's the same. It's like I'm still a 6-year-old in a lot of ways. It's embarrassing how I think sometimes, I think. But so that's why I'm not surprised Aaron and Jenna laughed at a person with Down syndrome. That is so Scientology. But I even hey Lisa Kaiser. Yeah, Lisa, I even at that age, a patient like you decided, Reese, I had a patient like you, Reese, with cerebral palsy. Okay, so it's probably something like that. I'm just not intelligent enough to call what it is. So that's why I was describing it. Jamie Castro, Aaron and Jenna on some podcast called like Stevie Weeby or something, made fun of a person with Down syndrome. They were laughing at it. And I saw it with my own eyes. Anyway, even then, I used to think, hey, Pam, even then, I thought, we hate gay people? Hey, Trixie. And I thought, why? And so I think the same thing now. I still haven't, I'm 42 now, and I still haven't gotten an answer. Why do we hate someone who loves the same sex? Got nothing to do with me. Not hurting anybody, not hurting animals, literally the same as you and me, but their partner is the same sex. That's it. That's what I don't understand about racism, too. I'm like, wait, you're saying you don't like that person because their skin color is different, their body is exactly the same, but there's like it's baffling to me. I don't understand. I truly go dumb when I have these conversations because I'm like, am I missing something? Is there something I don't get about this? Like, I don't get it. And so when my dad explained it to me, I was like, so two men being in a relationship romantically, we hate them. They're not hurting dogs. They're not hurting kids. We just hate them. I never understood it. I was like, I don't get it. I don't know. I don't understand. I always, oh, my dad said it, Jamie Castro, but Scientologists don't like gay people. Hey, Jeannie. Yeah, Stacy, it's just like I can't ever get an answer to it. It's like, what? You could have grown up like your dad, but your heart is not heartless. I love you in your heart. Thank you, Jeannie Hansen, but I'm shitty in other areas. Thank you for saying that. But I mean, I'm not trying to look like perfection here. I've got real fucking problems in other areas, and I can be really, really mean. I can be mean. I was mean to that lady last night, Julia, in a very subtle way, but I was mean. So I've got character flaws, babe. I've got character flaws. It's just not, it never fell in line with the hating gay people thing. So this is the Hubbard chart of human evaluation. This thing is crazy. This will tell you your tone level in Scientology, how you're going to die, where your body's at, sexually, how you feel. Here, I'll tell you, it says, it evaluates your behavior and physiology, psychiatric range, medical range, emotion, affinity, sonic, visio, somatic, speech, how you talk, how you listen, your reality on things, condition of track and valences, manifestations and engrams, sexual behavior, and your attitude toward children, command over environment, actual worth to society compared to apparent worth, your ethic level, how you handle truth, how you handle courage, and your ability to handle responsibility. This little chart here will sum you up. 1-1 is gay people in Scientology. 1-1 on the tone scale, right here, 1-1, is called covert hostility. And that is where gay people are, according to L. Ron Hubbard. And he says, where are they on the psychiatric range? Psychotic. They're psychotic. Medical range, they have endocrine and neurological illnesses. I have an endocrine illness. I'm diabetic. Emotion, unexpressed resentment and fear. How is their affinity level? Like how much they like something. Covertly hostile, acute shyness, propitiation, withdrawal from people. Sonic, dub in Sonic when it exists, sound and environment perverted to threats. I'm not really entirely sure what that means. Let's go to speech talks. They talk in apparent theta, but vicious intent. They are liars. They listen, but mostly to cabal or gossip. They are liars. Yeah, Rachel Sandy, they put up pictures of LRH like you would Jesus. Handling, subject handling of written or spoken communication. They relay only malicious communication. These are gay people. This is according to LRH. They cut communication lines. They don't relay communication. They doubt their own reality. Let's go to sexual behavior. Promiscuity, perversion, sadism, irregular practices. How do they feel toward children? Use of children for sadistic purposes. According to L. Ron Hubbard, that's how gay people treat children. Use of children for sadistic purposes. Ethics level, sex criminals, negative ethics. They're devious and dishonest, perverts, and honesty without reason. This is what I was raised on. Courage level, they are complete cowards. That is really fucked up. And I never understood it. I never will. And I never agreed with that. I never, ever, ever agreed with that. That is some really fucked up stuff. So that's some factual information about how L. Ron Hubbard feels about gay people. And I don't know why I know why we were talking about this. I'm glad I'm welcome here as a queer, non-binary human and fortunate to be unwanted by Scientology and not born into it. Sending lots of love to all the amazing, lovely LGBTQ plus people yet to get out. Absolutely. You are very, very welcome here. Everybody who has if you want to label yourself, you don't even need to do that here. You're accepted. Done. You're accepted. Right? Every label, every color, every person, every believer, every non-believer, you are accepted here. Hey, Pillow Sham. Right? I'm not calling myself perfect, but I certainly want people to feel seen and heard here. Are bisexual also the same 1-1? Yes. Where can you find that text you just read? It's called the Human Chart of Evaluation. You can Google it. There's a photo, I'm sure. Debbie says, so they just throw every gay person into one group. Yes. They are all the same person characteristics. That's ridiculous. That's everyone though. Not just gay people. That's people who are super high on the tone scale. That's people who are in rage and anger. That's people who are in fear. There's one for everyone. They peg you at every single tone that you're at. Oh, thanks. T says you can find this chart online. It's called the Human Chart of Evaluation. LRH thinks that child molesters are gay people. Is that the same as the tone scale? It is not. Nope. The Human Chart of Evaluation is the Human Chart of Evaluation. The tone scale is the tone scale. It's two different things, but it is mixed. Like the tone scale is a part of it. You find what tone level you are, and then it tells you all of those things. So if that makes sense, Rachel. Is this why Aaron has so much disdain and hatred toward Nora? I believe that. Oh yeah, I definitely believe. This is just my own belief. Aaron fucking hates gay people. He was one of the Scientologists who hated gay people. And I saw how he treated the person with Down syndrome. Yes, I believe that Aaron very much falls into that category of being hateful toward people with disabilities, like Laura FM said last night. Breaks my heart for Nora and anyone else that had to deal with that. Me too. I feel bad for John Travolta. I've heard rumors that Tom Cruise is gay. I have no idea if that's true, but I do tend to feel that John Travolta might be gay. I think he might be gay. And I think he's had to suppress that for decades. I think he was probably happy with Kelly Preston. They seemed happy. I met John. I mean, she was an amazing woman. But I don't think it was what he would have chosen. I think he would have chosen to be openly gay. I think he's gay. And What the fuck is wrong with that? Why is that the worst thing? Here's why I also get weird about the gay thing and defensive. I was married to a 95-year-old man, um, because he has to hide it, Jamie Castro. I was married to a 95-year-old man. I know I've said this before, but I really got to feel what it was like to be judged for who you love. I was hardcore judged for being in a relationship with Fred all the time. I was a gold digger, right? Like I was disgusting. I must have been using him for something. I must have been doing this. I must have been, there's no way we loved each other. So, I really, once that relationship occurred in my life, I never had a problem with gay people, but I thought, gosh, this is like it's absurd to be judged for who the fuck you love. Who cares? I'm sorry. I know it's unusual. I know it was weird to be married to someone that age. I know it was a weird look. I know that people still are like, whoa, really? Yes, really. And we didn't hurt anybody. And we really, really loved each other. And I know that that's hard for some people to swallow, but there's no smoke and mirrors to it. It's nothing behind the curtain, right? Naked at 95, I thought he was incredible. I thought he was sexy. I thought he was beautiful. Um, I loved Fred. I really, really loved Fred. I didn't judge his body. I loved his body. He played the piano amazing. I think when you love someone, all you see is that you find them appealing. So yeah, I mean, I didn't look at his body and think anything other than he's fucking adorable. He's sexy. I mean, I was in love with his teeth. I loved his front teeth. I loved his giant ears. I loved his hands, how he played the piano and he was so good at it. I loved his raspy voice. There were so many things about Fred's body that I just loved. So, I know that yeah, Debbie Love and Life. I know that it's a weird look for people and it's tough for people to accept. But now I feel that more than ever that like people who have to try to come out of the closet and get people to accept them for being gay is like the most bizarre thing in the world. You might as well say to me, like, I love toast. Great. I do too. What's your favorite jam? Right? What kind of jelly do you like? Do you put butter on it? That's the same thing to me as being like, I'm gay. You're very much accepted for that. Why would you think you weren't? Because people are fucking weird and they judge weird things, weird details that have nothing to do with them. That's like being like, I hate the color of this wall. Okay, well, you don't fucking live here. You don't pay the bills. I picked it. Get out. Who cares? You're focused on the wrong details. Why are you even putting importance on it? You know, I made a note about something and then we can hop off. I feel like I've been doing really long streams lately. And I'm sorry, but I just have a lot to talk about these days. This is such a fucking valid. I love this. I love, love, love this. I put it in my notes today. You only experience what you're focused on. Everything outside is neutral until you assign a meaning to it. Did you know that? That cracked me wide open today when I heard that. Every single thing is neutral until you assign meaning to it, value to it. Gay is neutral for me. All I assign to it is you're welcome here and there's nothing wrong with that. You're just like everybody else. There's nothing wrong with that. Non-believer, I have assigned nothing but neutral to. I don't care if you believe in God or don't believe in God. I make no judgments based on what you believe in. That's the last thing I care about. But I thought it was absolutely fascinating. Just that one thought. Literally everything is neutral until you assign meaning to it. Does that make sense to you guys? I thought that was absolutely incredible. Reese, you've done a beautiful job of passing on Fred's legacy. Thank you, Debbie. Look how many people have learned about who he was, what he meant to you, and what he brought to your life. I do that though, Debbie, because I never want Fred to be dead. I believe that Fred is still here. I believe he's still around. I think that I think he still pays attention and protects me in a lot of ways. I don't think Fred wants to be spoken about like he's done and gone. He doesn't exist anymore. I think who pass, I think people who pass appreciate it when we keep them alive. I think they appreciate it when we give them a little tip of the cap and go, he was an amazing piano player. Let me show you a video of it. I think that they want to be spoken about like they matter still. That's my own weird thought. You don't have to agree with that. There was a reason Fred was brought into your life. Thank you, Jesus, because he showed you true and unconditional love. Thank you. Thank you, Trixie. That is so nice, babe. And I'm happy to see you. I just, isn't that like we can't control what happens to us? We only know, yeah, how to choose or react to it or not react to it. It's exactly like that. But Debbie, it was like a whole new thing for me. Thank you so much, Sassy. They can tear down Fred all they want. Makes no difference to me. I love when Marilyn Honig tried to tear down Fred and call him dead Fred and make videos about him laughing at him. Class. Make fun of a World War II veteran. Make fun of an amazing person that treated people really well. Joke's on you, girl. Me too, Hope. Thank you. But I love that, guys, everything is fucking neutral until you assign something to it, which makes me think of like hate, racism, that kind of shit is taught. It really is. Like that is a learned bad behavior. Nobody is born hating someone of a different race. It's neutral, but somebody taught them that they need to assign this feeling to it. Right? That's how I look at that now. It's like none of that shit is real. You were taught to assign something to it. And in Scientology, hey, Nighthawk, people are taught to assign frowning upon people with disabilities mentally, physically, and gay people. And Aaron took the cake on that, didn't he? Right? So it's the same thing. It's like it's kind of all in how we're raised. Love you, Jojo. You were taught to assign certain fucking feelings to things. You have to not rely on what you were taught. You got to be willing to, some people are just like that. Jamie Castro, I don't know that I agree with you on that. You're telling me some people are just born hating Black people? Yeah, it's a great word for that, avocado professor. Aaron's a dry Scientologist. I don't know that I agree with that. I do think some people are born bad. I think that, like, you know, there's a chance. I just don't know that people are born racist. I don't know that I don't know about that. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm sure it could be possible, but it feels like a taught and learned behavior, in my opinion. I don't know. I don't know that I could see that. But people assign shit to what they think is, you know, something starts off neutral and then they assign something to it. You need to take a look at what you're assigning to things. We're going to do more content on that because I like it. But I want everyone to feel welcome here, seen and heard. And this all started, and I'm sorry I got triggered again about that email. Because people who are super religious and Christian who follow the Bible, which I haven't read, I thought for sure one of the number one things, someone who believes in the Bible and believes in Jesus, the first thing I would think of there is Jesus loved everyone. Jesus loved prostitutes. Jesus loved gamblers. Like Jesus loved everyone. So that's fucking bizarre to me to come out saying like this was bound to happen because you hang out with non-believers. What? So basically you're saying that you don't agree with Jesus. You don't follow Jesus? What does a non-believer matter? Why would you even label them that? They're people. That's like saying they're Black, they're gay, they're people. Yeah, they're just people. Maybe you should get out more. There's a lot of them. There's a lot of Black people. There's a lot of Asian people. There's a lot of fucking gay people. They have a whole month where they celebrate it, right? Like you might want to fucking step outside off your lawn, maybe a little more often. Open your eyes. There's a lot of non-believers. That's okay. They exist. We love them too. Thank you for defending the rights of myself and other atheists. It doesn't happen often. I have a right to my own thoughts. Of course you do. You would never be judged for being an atheist. Somebody left a fucking comment in my chat. I left it up. I liked it. Their name was Hellfire666. And they came into my fucking stream from the other day and left a comment and said, I am a, oh my God, I kind of want to pull it up real quick. They said, I am a Satan worshiper or some shit like that. I'm not kidding. And they said, your name is not in the devil's book. And I was like, dang. What channel? When was that? What's today? Today's Sunday. So Saturday. Was it Friday? When did we do that stream about the email? Was it Thursday? No, I think it was Friday, wasn't it? Was it Friday? Somebody help me. Hey, Raspberry Beret. People are not born racist. It's been proven. People are also not born afraid of snakes. Science proven. Well, I was born terrified of spiders. Don't be trying to tell me otherwise. Yeah, no, Tiffany Murphy. The last thing you're going to be judged for is the fact that you're an atheist in here. I think it's great. You think for yourself. You have your own thoughts about it. Guess what? It's your personal private business too, right? It's like saying who you voted for. I don't need to know that. I love you anyway, right? Damn, did they take their comment? Here it is. Check this shit out. Hell's Fire. As a member of the Satanic Temple, I can assure you that your name is not in the devil's book. In my experience, people who are that judgmental tend to be the most insecure. Let the haters hate while you go on and appreciate. Now, I don't know that I love the idea that they worship Satan. I mean, that feels kind of extreme to me, but that's still their business, right? But no, I want every single person. I mean, I got to be honest, that comment made me feel a little warm inside. I felt toasty, not in a hell way, not like a fire way, but like a good way. I was like, I'm not in Satan's book. I already knew I wasn't. But no, Tiffany Murphy, that's the point. You're welcome here. The last thing that I'm going to care about is that you don't believe in God. That's your choice, babe. We love you anyway. Kind of like Jesus did, right? Like, let's set a good example here. What are you doing being like, you're a non-believer? Reese, it was the chat when you read that. Yes. Yeah. It's refreshing when someone is unaware of the 2,000 years of doctrinal drama of the Christianity, but for the best reasons. I don't really understand what that means. Unaware. If you mean I haven't read the Bible, no, I haven't read the Bible. If that's what that comment meant. Thanks, Liz Trix. I just want to say I appreciate you for not judging me. I found God. I don't see anyone being like, yeah, I can't be hanging out with a bunch of God people. What? We can coexist just fine. Thank you, Pam, for gifting memberships. That was really kind. I'm glad you came back in, Pam. Love you. Thank you, guys. Thank you for the super chats tonight. Will you please check right now to see if you're subscribed? I'll wait. TikTok, mother effers. Check to make sure you're subscribed. Quit dicking around. I don't ask you to give me money, although that's nice too. Thank you for the super chats tonight. Hey, Tommy Bird. People don't go to hell for their sins. They'll only be in hell for rejection of the way around going to hell. Fascinating stuff, my man. I don't ask you to give me money. I ask you to hit subscribe and like. That's it. That's all. Please. Please, please. Buff, I don't see it. I don't shove my faith on others. Everyone here, I hope, likes me. You always worry about this, Buffy? Yes, you are accepted and loved here. You have friends here and you're not rejected. Everybody likes you for sure. Thank you for checking, guys. I appreciate it so much. To be or not to be surrounded by non believers was debated by St. Augustine. Again, I don't really get it, but thank you for saying that. Thank you, Sophia. Guys, please, yeah, just hit like. Me too, Tommy Bird. Thanks for coming over. Hit subscribe. Speaking of the Tommies, he's going live in like 10 minutes. I'm going to hop over to the boat. This was a good talk. I hope it wasn't weird for any of you. And Debbie, and I hope that I didn't offend anyone. It was kind of a, hey, rabbit flee. Hi, all. Bye, all. I hope I didn't offend anybody. This was one of those weird streams where we really went everywhere and I don't remember what I said. Like literally, hey, Britt P. I don't know what the fuck I said. But I like what I said. I like the idea. I feel like the vibe was good. I checked. I'm not subscribed. Okay, Jamie, I wouldn't expect you to be subscribed. So you get a pass, my friend. You too, Britt P. It's good to see you. It's an autism thing. That's okay, Buffy. You can say it as many times as you need to say it. We will still love and support you. You are loved and you are a friend to people here for sure. I loved this chat. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Sherry Hicks, I love you back, babe. Debbie, thank you for the giant super chat. I hope you had a great birthday. Thank you, Jess. I think I would feel some kind of relief to hear my name is not in the devil's book. Just kind of a whoo, I'm good now. I felt the same way. I was like, I like it. I'll fucking take it, right? You know, Marilyn disagrees. Marilyn was like, lies. She's in Satan's book. I saw it. Because she used that, How to Train Up a Child. That is Satan's book. Thank you for the super chats, guys. It means a lot. Okay, Jamie. Yeah, perfectly good. We're cool. Sorry again that you got your mic taken away. I thought that was kind of a low blow. I'm sorry. Love you, Angie Mo. You want me to be here tomorrow? I do. So I'd like to be here tomorrow. If you'd like to join me, I'd like to be here in the afternoon. Got to take Hux to get a haircut. So I will see you in the afternoon. I mean it. Thank you for the super chats. It goes a long way. It's again, me and Huxley. I appreciate that so much. Plus these 5 fucking freeloader mouths that I have to feed, 3 cats and 2 dogs, freeloading all over the place. More live and healing, learning and living and allowing people time to grow and heal for themselves. I love this lady. Hey, D. Laura FM, I didn't know you were still here. That was an honor to have you in here. Thank you. And I absolutely loved your stream last night. It was an honor. I mean it. It was so good. I wish I could have come on. You sent me a link, but I was laying in bed. I had no makeup on. I was like, I can't. But otherwise, I would have. I would love to stream with you sometime. Thank you again, mods. Thank you for protecting us. And I mean it, guys. Thank you for the super chats. Thank you for gifting memberships. Thank you for being members. But most importantly, I mean it. Thank you for your time. Thank you for accepting one another. Thank you for being seen and heard here. I appreciate you stepping in and it's harmonious. We just make it flow. A lot of different opinions, a lot of different backgrounds. We make it work because everybody's accepted. It's pretty fucking simple. They're total freeloaders. Yeah. So you guys have to send them bones. Love you, Stacy Toms. And I will see you guys tomorrow afternoon. Probably around 4:30, I would guess. I hope. All right. Here comes Fred, and I will see you guys then. Love you all. Thank you for being here.